Okay, I was thinking maybe I don't need references, but now I just realized it might be nice to have the Osquito on screen. So I'll just get pure. I think there's like I started a new pure. But yes, Derek, I think there's like Yay, Vendetta, welcome, welcome. I decided to go live today because I want to stream needle felting this week too, but I want to get this done first. But yes, you made it. I feel like maybe I need to add a like channel point redemption for for what? The first thing, right? I thought that was like a pre-baked thing, but I don't know. Okay, here we go. Oh dang, why is that giant? What in the heck? Why this got so stinking messed up? I had to rescale everything before I started here. Honestly, having this flower here is kind of nice, but I was gonna pull up the Osquito. Maybe I'll have them side by side. We'll just scooch over here. That's just such a pretty photo. Last stream I was kind of struggling to get the flower looking like a flower. I'm still not really convinced that this looks like a flower. But right, I gotta get rid of my second puree. How do I get rid of you? There we go. Actually, it wasn't hard. How wonderful. I wonder if. Oh yeah, that's kind of working. I just do this so we can look at it. But maybe I'll make this bigger on stream. I don't know. There's not enough room because I made it so vertical. That's good enough. So I'm going to try to animate the Osquito little dude today. I made him much smaller. I think he does need to reach up towards the flower. I don't know if he should like overlap it as he's flying. Maybe he should be up here. I don't know if that feels like weird and off balance though if you were to like use this as a cursor. Or if it's like bad for him to be in a little pixel tangent. Honestly, it might be fine because he is going to be flying up and down. I need to take my sweatshirt off because it's too warm in here. It's too warm. But yeah, I'm going to try to stream more in general because I feel like there's a lot of different things I could do and just make them into streams. But, yeah, I guess maybe what's new since you've been here last time is the bugs. I don't know if you were able to like try it, but I added the channel point redemption where you could find a bug. I feel like maybe you did it, but I didn't remember. I don't remember. But I think today's gonna be like shorter. I'm gonna try to finish this though. So we'll see. But I'm like there's supposed to be a storm coming in today, and like I don't know if it's really gonna be that crazy. Hello, Meg. Welcome in. I got both of you in here. But yeah, this is kind of my new setup. You can find a bug if you want to find a bug with channel points. I still need to add more things. I was gonna make it a thing to like I was gonna add a new thing before every stream, but I kind of forgot. So there's nothing new. Buddha. Buh. I got the buh. See, my sad thing is like, yes. Yeah, the cam is new. I rearranged my desk. So, like, the last 3 streams, I had the cam, and you can see maybe Bimmy's butt. Yeah, Bimmy's butt right there. But, yeah, I rearranged it so it wouldn't be as blinding. But I do think it's nice. I feel like it adds another layer of me getting distracted because I just want to show things that I have. Do a show and tell. Yeah, it makes it a double day. It's true. That's what we got going on right now. It's true. So, oh, do you know what? Derek, do you want to ring maybe? No, I don't know. I need to charge my phone and my iPad in case the power goes out later. I only got 2%. Wait, you see my crusty case? Can't even see. You can't even see. You just have to believe. But I think at least I will plug in my phone wherever that is, and then I'll get started. We definitely need to play more games. I've been wanting to play Played Up, honestly. Well, that means my phone will be charged. Maybe if my iPad's dead when if, if the power goes out from the storm, then I will just do a craft or something. But I don't know. The storm's gonna be in the evening anyway. It's gonna be late. Whatever. The panhandle, does that mean all of the US? What does that mean? I don't know the panhandle, but I'm in Minnesota. As of September, I've been in Minnesota. And so there's supposed to be a storm that is like going through the middle of the US, but like just southern Minnesota's gonna get a little bit of it. Ah, turds. Stinking ad. You're getting money, I am. You're trying to speak American so you can understand. I know, I I don't understand. I don't understand. Cooked. Only turbo ads? Oh, do you just have like a good ad block or something? Oh shoot. My thing is on the wrong thing. I'm looking forward to using this. I kind of like making a new cursor every month because then I get a new cursor to use every month. Nothing they could sell you too broke. The best of ad blocks living in Albania. Oh, really? That just got some built-in ad block for you? That's kind of funny. Did my thing open? Okay. We're ready. But yeah, this is gonna be tricky. I'm gonna try to make him flying instead of like the standard bounce. Um, yeah, so we'll see. I think I need to copy him over. This is all getting funky. I'm gonna have to unlink and then I'll do the weird copiness later. Copiness. Okay, I'm ready. I think maybe we'll start with the general up and down movement and then I'll mess with these wings. I feel like my main problem is just that I'm going to redraw a bunch of pixels in here because the wing is overlapping with so much, but I kind of feel like it won't be too bad. So, like, let's think. If we had the wings going up at the beginning, maybe he would go down. Like he's falling, and then the wings flap. Okay, hang on. Hang on. All my things are a little bit funky, so this is just taking me an extra minute. So have him go down, and then he flaps up. Maybe we'll have him go up too. And then go back down to normal. You gonna play Snow Runner? I don't know what that game is, honestly. But you guys enjoy. Thanks for stopping in. It seems like maybe a fun co-op game. Dude, we got a ding dong at the door. Derek, are you here? I don't know who's dinging the door. Maybe it's my car cover. I got a car cover, right? Because it's gonna be storming, and I worried that maybe we would get big hail and it would dent up the car. So I bought a cover and I bought some moving blankets to put under it. I feel like I probably really overprepared. But that's coming on the way, and I'm gonna try to squeeze that on. So this will probably be a pretty short stream anyway. But it'll be okay. I'm just gonna have to go and do that before it hopefully starts raining. But honestly, I'm looking forward to the storm. I really like thunderstorms. Alright. This is a decent bounce. I think we can make it a little more fluid. So we have our starting position. He goes down, then back up. I kind of feel like maybe he should go down one more. Then I don't know if this is like too much to have him like skipping up, because I don't want it to be like super flickery crazy. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have him move that much, I'm thinking, because if you think about like hummingbirds and mosquitoes are really good at hovering. I feel like I've lost entirely where I was at. So I feel like maybe just a little bit of him looking like he's moving around. Honestly though, I'm realizing I probably should just follow the pattern I've been doing for this. Where I think this goes down one, goes down two, then back up higher. I mean, we're roughly doing that. I don't know, I'm gonna just keep moving him around until it feels right. I could even have him go back and forth, but I feel like mainly just the bounce would be good. I don't know, this might be too like even of a distribution of like his bouncing right now. I'm kind of wondering if instead I should like keep him down here. But instead of moving his whole body, we'll just move like part of him and scrunch him together a little bit. And then we'll figure out like the details of his body. No, pal poppy. I like the addition of the little flexing arms. I was thinking about emotes and like making ones that add something like that. Like I like the little arms I was seeing on 7TV emotes. They have like little noodly arms. And I kind of like the idea that like one could be you could make any emote holding a flower, or I don't know. I really like the glorps that hold the Minecraft flowers. Emote combos. No, I think that's right. Cuz I remember seeing like you could get one, maybe it was around Valentine's Day, and it was like watching streamers do a certain something. I don't know. I just remembered I was getting one that it was like a bar of hearts, but I never got the other half of it. So I have half of a bar of hearts completing. But yeah, I'm doing a Monday stream because I wanted to animate this and get it done, and then I'm gonna actually do needle felting. I got one shark commission, which is another epaulet shark. If you don't know which one's the epaulet shark, I'll grab them. I'll grab them. It's these. So it'll be my third time making one. I so badly wanted to keep the other one that I made, which is partially why I do commissions instead of selling ones that I pre-make, is because I'm like, I just want to hoard all of them. I like having sharks on my desk. But this is an epaulet shark, and the one that I did as a commission, you definitely should get back to needle felting. Hello, peeps. Where did your uncle stop in there? Maybe I should check if the car cover's here. But anyway, I'm gonna make another epaulet shark. Which honestly, I'm not upset about. I always want to do a new kind of shark, but if it's a repeat, I'm happy for it to be an epaulet shark. I feel like I've got the shape of them down really well in like, because I've drawn so many of them now. It took me a while to figure out how to kind of like fit them into my style and how I want to stylize them. Dude says he can never get a hold of me, but then hasn't even tried calling me. That was really funny, Derek. Okay, I do think I should keep going with this where I don't move him as much in like how many pixels he's traversing, but it should be um it should be moving parts of its body for a little bit of yeah, hold up. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I was like, who's dinging the doorbell? This is unusual. But I do want to be streaming more in general. Um, just because I feel like it helps me. Well, I get really distracted, but it helps me at least like focus on the fact that I'm doing something, right? And I'm gonna just not. I doesn't like my mind doesn't wander like, oh, maybe I should be doing this right now. It's like I set down this plan and this is what I'm gonna do for the next 3 hours, and it's kind of like maybe maybe like the co-working accountability thing, like those co-working streams I'll see. You do like the Pomodoro. I've never actually done Pomodoro. I kind of feel like it's still going up too high. But if he's like just hovering like evenly up and down, I feel like it's not gonna be that interesting. I don't know. Let me zoom out. I kind of feel like that is a good pacing for just a little idle hover. I think I'm gonna stick with this and then just edit the inner bits to give him some flapping and everything. Um, oh, moving his bike out of storage. Oh, nice. The panhandle is usually referred to as the top rectangle part of Texas, as far as you know. That's funny. Wait, like Oklahoma? Yeah, Oklahoma. Wait, yeah, you're right. It's definitely Oklahoma. That actually reminds me, there was like this project in elementary school where like we had our parents come in and there was like pieces of sand or dirt from each state and we were gluing them on a poster board in the state that the piece of dirt's from. And my dad and I couldn't find the sand that went to Oklahoma, and I think we just chose a random dirt and glued it on. It's kind of funny because, like, I feel like that stuck out in my head as such a like, because, right, you don't have that many memories from when you're like early elementary school, I feel like. But I remember, I think the things I remember best is when I felt like I was doing something wrong. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. So that one became one of my core childhood memories. Okay, maybe let's start with like moving the antenna. Or maybe his head can scrunch down here. I'm kind of thinking maybe a head scrunch would be good. Yeah, I feel like that's already making it feel a little more natural. I kind of feel like there should be yellow coming out of this flower thing, but I don't know. Oh, you know what? In addition to the animating, we also need to do all the cursor variants and somehow make those like all look sort of like flowers. Maybe they'll just be the same color and I'll give up on them looking like flowers. Because most of the time your cursor is going to look like this anyways. You had a play in elementary school where you dressed up as animals and you accidentally dropped your mitten in the toilet. Oh no. You didn't fish it out. I've definitely like dropped bracelets in the toilet and I did fish it out. As long as it's pee. If it's pee, well, yeah. See, if it's pee, I don't mind. I'll wash my hands. It's worth it if I like the bracelet. But yeah, mitten. That's true because like a mitten would really soak up the juices, and yeah, no, I agree. That is a little different. But did you flush the mitten? That is so funny though. I feel like kid bathroom stories are always funny. I don't know if like oh, it was actually a sock. Yeah, that's not that bad. We can live without that sock man. Did everybody's school in elementary have like a rumor that there was somehow a hole connecting from the girls' and guys' bathroom and that people would be spying on them? Because mine had that, and I'm pretty certain that kids just made that up to freak each other out. And I never even remember using the bathroom at school. I, I didn't. I think that's probably what made me avoid it all the time. I'm like, I don't trust it. I don't trust the school bathroom. But yeah, it's just now making me realize that's probably why. Those people rumors. Okay, I think I might have moved it too much because it feels like the little creature's moving its head, like the angle of his head, and I'm pretty much keeping it locked on this flower. Okay, I feel like the music wasn't the vibes I thought it was gonna be. Let's just go to the bug music. The bug music playlist is always my favorite one. You went back and told the teacher, and she was like, "Go fish it out." And I was like, "I flushed it." Oh yeah, that's fair. That's a solid cop out. There was also a rumor slash joke that there was a pool on the fourth floor of your high school. There's no fourth floor. That those kind of things, I feel like maybe not in high school, but like when I was younger, I just feel like there's things that I would imagine like that. Like, what if there was a secret door in my room that led to a little hideout full of all my favorite things, you know? I feel like secret rooms were the coolest thing. Hello, Jundo. We're doing good. I think you're gonna be getting this storm later tonight too, right? I remember we were talking about the hail in your car, and now I'm like worried about the hail here. So I'm waiting on a car cover. Wait, Derek, I need you to charge my iPad. You charging me iPad. Do you guys know that video? Thanks a lot, Rachel. My charger got used to your iPad. You know what I'm talking about. I love that video. Maybe I should pull it up. I think you guys will be able to hear it, and then you could just watch it over here. I'm gonna look up thanks a lot, Rachel. iPad. Oh yeah, idiot. You know this video, right, Derek?
Oh yeah. I know there's some kind of truth to that story too. Or,
To the pool?
no, to the iPad.
Really? Oh, Mom.
There has to
Lazy
be
time.
because I would experience back when I had like an Xbox and played on
Oops,
it all
I'm
the
sorry,
time.
proud now.
I had one headset for my computer and my Xbox, and anytime that I would connect my Xbox headset to my computer, it would stop working for my Xbox.
That sucks. Yeah, maybe the charger did get used to her iPad. Thanks a lot, Rachel. Thank you, Derek.
Yeah.
What?
Just hearing our conversation played back like a minute late.
Oh, that's really funny. Because he had his wireless headset on. Okay, let's revisit. Where are we at? I'm just like avoiding actually animating these wings. Honestly, I feel like this is gonna be pretty simple though. When I get the wings down, I think maybe I just need like more of a subtle. Okay, right? Like if this is where he flaps up, this would move kind of outward.
The charger?
Uh, I'm pretty sure it's by your desk. The the computer one, the laptop. Sure. I don't have it. You're sending that to your sister-in-law, who's also named Rachel. Oh, have you never seen it, Jundo? You saw the pool. It was awesome. Yeah, I mean, those rumors were always the most fun kind of rumors. Is like when you can just imagine these really cool places, and it's like, if only I could get there. I feel like that's gonna be my goal when I have a house. We're gonna build a secret room. You know what we need, Derek? We need for the D&D room. Thank you for the follow, Squilbert. I really like that name. Do you have like a mascot? I feel like I could imagine something really cute for Squilbert. What was I saying? Oh yes, Derek. We need when we have a house, we need a for the D&D room. We got to do one of those bookshelf walls secret entrances. We're going to figure that out. I feel like it's probably not that hard. It's just like one of those things takes a lot of effort, right? Probably a lot of effort, a lot of doubloons. That's really funny though. You should send it to your sister-in-law. Charger's not charging me iPad. Okay, maybe I should make these wings flap a little. I don't know. I think maybe what I did with the antenna doesn't make sense. I'm gonna undo it a little. I feel like I could move it very subtly, but otherwise it's like, why is it shimmying like that, you know? Sometimes I just feel like with pixel animating, little movements sometimes get a little crazy, and it's like we're moving too much. And a lot of it is like choosing which pieces to move, because sometimes, right, like if you move too much on the face, like this one's so simple, I need to keep it totally static so that you can still see it when he's bouncing around. But like when I did, oh, it's not gonna animate good because there's a missing frame. But you could see his eye is squishing. And I feel like that was like the little bit of movement I could get away with in the face, but for the most part, all the pixels need to stay consistent so it's still like readable what you're looking at. That's what I've learned in my experimenting with pixel animating. The creature is called an Osquito. I would say it's my least creative naming, but I really enjoyed the sound of Osquito that I kept it. But usually I try to make something kind of imaginative, taking a little bit from each animal, like the belugree, the lizard one. Oh, yes, I got you. That makes sense. I will grab it off the wall. Oh, yeah. Sometimes grabbing it off the wall is easier than pulling up pictures. Faster, at least. This one is called the Lumora, and it's bigger than a lizard. I had inspiration from foxes and squid. The firefly squid is a bioluminescent squid. Like it's got all these little glowy spots around it. So I imagine them as the size of a fox, but I did take some inspiration from tigers too, like an aquatic version of some tiger stripes. But yes, that was the cursor version of him. And that was last month's creature. I like a dancing monkey. What's your thing, Squidman? I've been really wanting to draw shark piles. You guys, do you guys ever see those videos of shark piles? I think it's mostly this one person I follow on Instagram who has a tank of sharks, and they all like to pile on top of each other, and it's like a natural thing that sharks do because it's like strength in numbers. Sharknado, sure. Sharknado, but like lazy version. and wholesome. They stay in a pile. But I feel like that's what I want to make my next sticker. I also want to draw a bunch more cat sharks. Yeah, I'm gonna be brave and move these wings. Let's just use our imagination here. And so he's falling down. So the wings should be going up, ready to flap him back up. Honestly, I think the starting frame should have the wings higher up. Oh, I just really don't want to do this. Maybe we get a reference. I mean, honestly, the wings like this hummingbird over here is probably what I'm imagining. I just don't know. We look at a hummingbird flying. I feel like that's not the right kind of wing. Maybe I'm imagining dragonfly. No. I believe I could do it without a reference. I animated bugs flying before. I just don't know how much I want to move the wing up. Maybe we'll start with the apex here, and then we can kind of blend it between frames. I don't know. I feel like maybe the wings kind of blend into the body enough that it'll be a little forgiving for me in the movement. It'll be like some fast flapping. It's kind of just roughly the color. Oh, it's gonna get so weird with the antenna. This be up this way, but like I wish I had it on a separate layer because like I want to make sure the antenna stays in front here and the wing is kind of in between. So maybe we'll just do a hint of it because honestly I feel like it maybe doesn't matter that much. Juicy Box, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I'm like kind of surprised. Usually I just stream on Monday. I mean Wednesday. I stream on Wednesday. At least I have been for the last couple months. I used to stream, I think, like 3 times a week. Before I was affiliate, but I don't know, I wasn't sure what to expect today. I kind of thought I would just be talking to myself. Do you know what's funny? I was out yesterday with Derek's friend and his friends, multiple. we we went mini golfing. But when we were eating, it was just I was holding down the fort, and it ended up just being me and his friend, and I just started talking, and it felt like I was streaming because I wasn't doing good at having a conversation. I just kept saying whatever I was thinking. Because then I started feeling like I'm like, oh man, I know I feel like I'm just overwhelming with whatever, but but also I'm like, well, what happens if I stop talking? And so I just kept saying things. I feel like there was like a mini bit of back and forth, but it was mostly we were talking about whatever I wanted to talk about. So it was a little funny. Wow. I'm like so surprised. Are you guys just browsing? Thank you. I don't know how to say your name, but hello. Maybe I'm gonna attempt. Are you ready? Ziff. Maybe? Pronounce with like a Z? But hello, that emoji is really cute. Ziff? Am I getting it? Or 14. Nice. That is an easy little way to do it. But yeah, I feel funny. I feel like I have enhanced my power to um be talking a bunch, and I feel like that was my first time being in person where I'm like, okay, I usually don't talk very much if it's just me. I mean, if it's people I don't know that well. I don't know. I feel like it's different online. Like, I don't know. I definitely sense I don't have good eye contact. But I feel like so chill online because I'm like, dude, I'm just looking at a screen, easy cheesy. But thank you. We're doing good. I'm making slow progress. Here, we can look at this. I'm avoiding the wings. They're I don't know. It's not going too bad. For the beginnings, not bad. But yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I like doing a lot of shark drawings, a lot of creatures. You can see I don't want to be visible right now. There. Those are all my shark stickers on the wall. And a bennies. That's my cockatiel. He sung the follow notification. So he's hanging out right there. But yeah, every month I've been doing these creature cursors um to go along as the digital rewards. I feel like I'm not enunciating. For my mail club. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I will. Wait, here you can see. I did not have any stickers on my water bottle, but these are all my shark stickers. These are like the leftovers from a failed sticker sheet. Like it didn't cut them out right, and so I think I just cut them out by hand instead of like having a sticker sheet where it only cuts so deep and it's workable. Yes, thank you. I definitely forget to drink water. I forget to even stand up. Like, apparently, it's better for you to stand up like every hour. So I try to remember with the ad breaks to be standing up because sitting's not good for you. But I'm well practiced in sitting. So I think the starting frame, I do need to have these wings up a little more. Kind of adjust from there. Feel like I'm doing this in a tedious way, but it's gonna work. Oop, oop, wrong frame. Okay. I feel like something with tiny wings has really rapid up and down movement, so this actually might be easier to animate than I thought, right? Because I feel like I can just copy the up position onto the other frames. Right? We don't need to overcomplicate this. I think that might just work the best. It's kind of messy in here, but let's try. Just pasting this on the other frames. But yeah, anybody coming in, if you do any art and want to share it, feel free to. I don't know if you guys were just like browsing like the art category. I feel like usually either the pixel art tag or the art category is where most people say they come from, but I mean if you just want to lurk, that's usually what I do. So I don't I don't mind. I actually think that's quite wonderful. A recommended from me? Oh, like on the side tab of Twitch, right? Like maybe that's funny. I definitely when I first started using Twitch, I browsed a lot. Um, And I found it really challenging to find streams that like fit what I felt like I was interested in. But once I found one streamer that was streaming like the kind of art that I really liked and had a vibe that I liked hanging out with, then they would they would have like other streamers and their friends in that chat, and then I found a bunch of people through there. Like forever ago, I feel like the first streams I really kind of hung out in were I Shang Taki. I don't know if you've heard of them, and then Ayo Jimbo. I really liked watching his stream. I think he had a really fun theming to it. I think that's probably my favorite thing in streams is just like the theming of the channel. And I definitely want to put more work into mine. I just like I kind of like overwhelm myself with a lot of projects at once. But I've kind of been finding that let's try having the up position on this one. That just trying to add one little thing each week is a better approach than like, oh, I want to have this whole elaborate thing added to my stream. And so I did a little bit of that. I've been kind of not doing anything the last couple weeks, but I'm definitely gonna try to do more like that. Maybe before my next stream on Wednesday, because so usually I stream every Wednesday, and I'm gonna do a needle felted shark. So like you probably saw this if you went on my Instagram, but or its siblings. But I'm gonna do needle felting streams. It'll be new for this Wednesday because I want to do more crafts. And I have a webcam. Honestly, I streamed without a webcam until like this past month. And I was like, I don't know why don't I just use that? I feel like it's more interesting to be able to see more stuff. Plus it makes it easier for me to show things. I don't know. I like doing the show and tell kind of thing. But yeah, I'll be making a little epaulette shark. I do want to do like more of um more kinds of felted things. I've done this will be my third epaulette shark, and I've done a couple other sharks. I'll grab them. Don't mind me. I just have to reach around. Reach around my whole monitor. But these are the other ones. We got Thresher Shark. Honestly, I realized that the chalk pastel kind of wears out after a while. And so, like, he's still blended, but he's definitely not as vibrant as he once was. And so I think what I'll do is, like, I remembered I do actually have quite a vibrant, like, pink that I could layer on here. So I do want to add more to him. Give him a little vibrancy. Because these sharks are really cool. Because there are some, I'll pull up a picture for you. There are some thresher sharks that they look like they kind of got an oil spill kind of coloring. And so I like to exaggerate that and make it more purpley. Like in here, you can see more of like a bronzy color in here, but like super cool. I think most of the ones that really show the coloring that I exaggerated are like ones that fishermen yoinked out of the water, and I'm like, I don't really love that. But you can see the colors really well. I just wish there were like better photos of them. I think it's probably that you can see the colors better when they're out of water because they will leap out of water like this. It's kind of crazy. I think that a lot of species of shark do this when they have like little parasites or something attached to them and they're trying to shake them off. Oop. Okay, wait. Here's another one, but it's just like super blurry. But you can see at least it's like kind of a warmer color and looks a little brassy, purpley a lot of times. And so I always like drawing thresher sharks like that. Maybe you put them in a small jar. I don't know. That just makes me think of the not so wonderful things people do with a jar. But maybe you would do it in a wholesome way, and I would accept that. I don't know. I don't know if you're picking up what I'm putting down. But yeah, I mean, a jar could make them feel like they're in water. So that's something good. I feel like um there's definitely more I could do to give them like an environment. Like I have a couple of shells that I'll set them on, or this thing called a fairy stone. They're like really cute. Oh wait, here I have one. I love these. They're just the way the rock forms makes them all bloopy and gloopy, and I just think that's so cute. So I have two of them, but I'm gonna form a collection of them. I will move beyond just two because I just I love this shape. And they're like a bunch of different shapes, all being bloopy and gloopy. I feel like a small shark. I do love small sharks. I want to make more cat sharks. That's what I'm a fan of. Little carpet sharks. Okay, I think what we need is like faster fluttering for the wing. And maybe, I don't usually do like smearing between the pixels, but it might need that. Like maybe this frame? I don't know. We could try it and then I'll go back if it looks crazy. Mirroring in the same color? Oh wait, actually the drag would be this direction. I don't know. But maybe it's not moving up enough. I feel like the wing needs to be like inward plus going up here. Actually, I kind of think this will work with like the in-between color, adding a bit of blur, and then that kind of feels like it'll work. And then we'll do, maybe it'll be a little more obvious on this outer wing because you have like the silhouette of it. We can add some little streakiness in here. Might be weird because like I got rid of the darkness of the outline. I don't know if that might mess with it. It's working pretty good. I just have like, there's a frame in here where it needs to be up again. Because I think there's like two in a row somewhere where they're just sitting down. Okay, wait, we have them down, but they're like slightly adjusted up. Down and up. Maybe I just need two of this smear frame. It'd be kind of funny if you could see my hands right now because I'm like, I keep crossing over each other using my key dial. Ooh, hang on. Kind of a mess. Thank you. Brooke the artist, do you do some pixel art yourself? If you want to share? Or any art? I I like to dabble in all kinds of things. I feel like every single craft that exists just you art tax. Give us taxes for just showing up. I'm just kidding. You don't have to share anything if you don't want to, but you're welcome to. Anybody's welcome to. I'm down to see the art. Not a pixel yourself. That is totally fine. I do recommend it to anybody though. I feel like it's a lot of fun. Could you have a patootie? You just draw silly stuff. Well, that's very nice. What kind of silly stuff? Do you draw any animals? That's mostly what I'm about. I do a lot of sharks, a lot of creatures. Okay, I feel like this flapping is right. It's maybe like weird pacing. It gets something looks like the wing is like breaking on the back edge of it. Like on that side. You've drawn animals before, but not too often. Lots of people and sometimes environments. Ooh. Thank you. It's sun cute. Appreciate that. Not too often. Yeah, people and environments. I feel like I kind of went in a cycle of like what I would draw. I drew, thank you for the follow. Um, I drew a lot of animals growing up and I would draw, like cartoon characters. I would do like, I don't know, whatever from shows. I drew a minion once. And then it kind of evolved into I draw a lot of animals. I played Animal Jam, so we did have a solid. I would I would claim it as furry adjacent, where like everybody all my drawings would be on all fours of dogs, animals, whatever, and I would make characters of it. And then I did go towards a lot of pet portraits and people. I would draw pets and people, mostly like birds and reptiles. And then um that was kind of like mixed in with my phase of like I really liked Riot splash art, League of Legends. And thank you for the coin. Get to see my little doubloon animation. Um Yes, so that's mostly when I would draw people, but I still really liked like the Yordles in League of Legends, which are they're a little more animalistic dudes and kind of like cute, chibi, whimsical looking dudes. I honestly didn't like Yordles when I first saw League of Legends. I was like, they're kind of ugly. But then it grew on me. A lot of the Yordles make me nostalgic because there was this one game that was on our family Xbox as a kid, and I don't remember what it was called, but it had characters really similar to Yordles. Yeah, I drew my PNG tuber. You're right. You're right. You are quite versatile. I do like to do a lot of different things. I think it's a lot of fun. Like I'm sure maybe you came in later, but I'll show more of my felted dudes. I would say my main three things if I were to here, this is a better angle. If I were to like explain mostly what I like to do is illustration, like digital art and that kind of thing, pixel art, and needle felting. I did needle felting. I've been looking back because I started making a video on how I did my needle felted sharks. Maybe I should pull up the sharks instead of Puppy Cat, but here's Puppy Cat if you know him. But yeah, I've been making a YouTube video on my process of making needle felted sharks. I'm just like, I forgot I put them back over here. And that was making me, I'm like, maybe I should go back and get pictures of me felting as a kid, because I started felting in middle school. And I forgot how obsessed I was with felting. Like, I would go to a felting class every week, and yeah, it's like every Tuesday I would go in, and it was in this awesome art center. I really miss that art center. It ended up going out of business, but it was so cool because there were just all these collective booths of artists. And you know, two streamers I would love. Well, drop them, name drop them. I want to follow them. I'm always looking for more streamers to follow. I feel like I'm still, you know, working on finding more streams to enjoy, building up my how many people I'm following. Whatever you want to call that. But anyway, when I was looking back at like those pictures of me when I was felting in middle school, I forgot how much I was obsessed with felting, because I really love how like freeform it is. It's like sculpting basically. You're just using wool and poking it. But I wanted to like make plushies at the time, but it was kind of complicated and I was really struggling with the sewing machine. I mean, yeah, it just wasn't as much of my thing. But then when I found needle felting, I liked that it was like, okay, I can just make a ball and then I just keep adding stuff to it until it looks like what I want. Whereas like you have to have more of a plan when you're sewing, and yeah, I guess you got to think more design and strategically about what pieces you're cutting out and what you're doing. But yeah, I felted so many things from then, and I kind of forgot. I was like mostly what I did. I did a lot more felting than maybe drawing. Maybe it was even. I don't know. Tamagi, very funny bee and puppy cat fan and artist. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I do follow Peanut Punch. Yeah, Peanut. I do really admire Peanut's stream. Very good, very cute. But I haven't heard of Tamagi. I'm gonna follow them right now, and then I'll actually do something to this to this animation that I'm working on. Let me open another tab of Twitch. Okay, perfect. That is excellent. I'll now be on the lookout for the next time they stream. Shark Pog. Oh wait, that's one of my emotes, isn't it? I wish I could see those on Streamlabs. Oh, okay. Heads up. There's an ad in 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm gonna remember to stand up for the ad. That's my goal. Partially why I like streaming too is like it reminds me to get up. Honestly, I feel like an hour goes by so stinking fast. And usually I will sit for like at least 3 hours when I'm working on stuff and just, it's a little crazy. Better to take a break and walk around. Everyone knows Peanut. That's so cool. And yes, Tamagi is one of your favorite streamers. She's really cool. That's awesome. But yeah. I mean, I'll do a little more on this animation, but I did want to call it out. I want to make the bot. I'm gonna make the bot let us know, because like it's only on my end that I can see it, but I know the Stream Elements bot will tell us. So that's pretty good. Honestly, I'm getting so close on this. I feel like I should open up my other cursors so we can see how it's fitting in with the other ones. Because so far I've done 1, 2, 3, 4 cursors. Which maybe, okay, I'm gonna have to shout out Lesma Pixels again. Have you seen Lesma Pixels stream? Because Lesma, I found her stream and I really love really good pixel art there too. But she does a bunch of custom cursor commissions and did for the Vikita week. Oh, Pina. Yeah, you're familiar too. I will shout out Lesma again. I feel kind of silly because like I realize that people can see when I shout them out, and I didn't think about that, but so I feel kind of funny. Wait, slash shout out. But yeah, her cursors really inspired me. Let me just make sure I'm spelling this right so I don't shout out some random account that's not Lesma Pixels. This is hard now because I usually would just like scroll through all my following, and now my following has grown of people I'm following. I mean, um, but yeah, the ads starting, they can see that, yes. So like in your when I do this command, if I had a shout out that was um through what? What am I saying? Streamlabs. Stream Elements? I forget what it's called. The bot and not directly through Twitch. Then I don't think it notifies them, but since this is like Twitch's integrated way of giving shout outs, it shows up in your like stream dashboard when someone shouts you out and like to how many viewers and stuff. And so yeah, I kind of just forgot about that. I forgot that was a thing. But it's okay cuz like sometimes I just feel silly cuz I'm like I every time I'm making a cursor, which is like multiple times a month I'm streaming it now, I think about Lesm Pixel. And so then I feel kind of silly because I'm like, I'm giving a bunch of shout outs randomly. And so I gave random shout outs before too to like, which honestly, it's nice. It's nice to give shout outs. Sometimes I just feel silly because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like notifying these people. But, yeah, but you know, it was nice because like I've had someone show up before from a shout out, and I was like, oh, that's how I realized you could see it. Or, please shut. You're right. I'm not getting up. I will get up. I probably should, like, I don't know. My problem is I don't know what to do with myself. Because, like, I mean, at the very least, I'll stand up. But, like, I've been wanting to make an animation for, like, stretches you can do at your computer or just like quick ones that are good for when you've been sitting for a while. But I think it would be nice to have them like animated on theme and like some forest scenery. I'd also just like to post it as like a YouTube video. Oh wait, here, I'll leave this playing. I am standing up. Okay. It's not sitting at the very least. But yeah, I just want to make like a YouTube video that's like a stretch routine that is like stretches that I like to do that I can follow along to that's got like a music and environment that I like the vibe of because sometimes I really like the stretching video or workout video, but I'm like it's the same music every day or it's just music that I'm like I don't need this upbeat music for my exercise. I just wish I had like some nature sounds right now. Or just something like simple and makes me feel like I'm in an enchanted forest or something. But yeah, it's just like I think of these projects and I'm like that would definitely take me a really long time to animate and like make these backgrounds for all these stretches and stuff. But maybe I would make like a simple version with like a flat color background or just like a sketch version and I could play that and then slowly I would add on the details and make it look polished. I feel like that's a more solid plan. Kind of goes along with what I've been realizing. But yeah, I don't know. I'll just make up my own stretches. Since I've been like doing exercises and stretches, I've been really liking just touching my toes, like bending down. I'm like, dang, I could never do this before. Now it's kind of fun because like I can put my palms flat on the floor, and I don't think ever in my life I've been that flexible. And so it's really fun to like have that kind of progress. Because sometimes, like with drawing in general and doing like creative projects, you don't really have that kind of like clear telltale sign, like, oh, I did a good job or I'm making progress. Sometimes it's just like you loosely look back at what you've done before and you're like, oh, yeah, I am improving. But it's not as like clear as like, um, other hobbies or tasks. Like if I'm doing the dishes, when I'm done, I'm like, boom, I did the dishes. But if I'm drawing, it's kind of like it's it's just there's a really long-winded process and you don't get the sense of completion. And part of it is just like you decide when you're done, you know? It's not as clear as clean versus dirty. Honestly, does this need more? I feel like maybe I can. Oh, you know what? It does need more. The feet need to move. I feel like they should be kind of cute, dangly feet. Maybe look a little silly. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I overdo it. So maybe what I would do is like just have him squish a little. Like probably when he's at the lowest. Maybe they could start squishing here. Let's just see how that looks. A little bit of a scrunch. And then he like launches out. Isn't that kind of funny? You can like barely tell I did that much there. I felt like it was gonna make a big difference. I feel like it does make a difference like overall, but like it's not that big of a difference in like it stands out a lot when you look at it. But yeah. But I think it helps like the overall like fluidity and making it feel like a natural movement. Because sometimes I will just move little pixels here and there. Like maybe the tail when he launches up, like with these wings smearing, maybe the tail needs to kind of look like it's lagging behind a little bit. Makes it a little more gloopy. Not that we want a feathery tail to be gloopy, but it gives a little spring into it. I think it's good. I think these legs too. Maybe they need to be scrunching up in this frame, and then we can make them. Whoa, dude! I keep making him lose his leg. Um, then we can make him like scrunch up into the body, where like the legs aren't getting shorter, but they're going within the body more. And we'll move that back down. I think what I don't like is they're all kind of moving as one chunk. And I feel like it would look a little better if I like have this one start sticking out to the side, like it's kind of curling up and back. You can make it feel like it scrunches more. This is kind of funny though, because like with the scrunch, even though his body's moving, the legs aren't. Maybe that's kind of good though. Like, did you guys see that video? That's kind of a horrifying idea, but of like if you're in space or a zero gravity situation, right, in a little container that is a spaceship, and you can't touch the walls, you can't like swim towards the wall. Or at least this is a video I was seeing. Definitely double check me on this because I didn't fact check this video. This is just something I saw on Instagram. So who knows? Who knows until you fact check? But right, like the legs flailing around didn't make him move. And so he's kind of just stuck in the middle unless he could like grab something on the wall. But that's what these legs are reminding me of because like the body's propelling but the legs aren't moving. I guess it's kind of the opposite. The opposite kind of functionality. Oh, do you know what? I totally forgot. I was pulling up my other cursors so we could see how this bounce looks with them. Because I do all of them bouncing. The other cursors are much bigger. And this one kind of just ended up turning out smaller. But I do feel like it works out pretty well that it's smaller because it is supposed to be a smaller bug kind of creature. Whereas a lot of these ones are more similarly sized. Like, let me show the blue green. This one is a baby version because I'll grab the postcard. Okay, what am I saying? What am I saying? This is what the adult version looks like. So they're really elongated, lanky dudes. Well, I guess not lanky because they got short little feet, but they got a long noodle body. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna fit this within a cursor. I mean, I can always make the cursor bigger, I guess, but right, like where it's just taking up more of your screen. But I feel like that would be a little weird. So this one's a baby version, so he would be tiny. But I do feel like generally the baby version of this creature would roughly be the size of this creature. This creature, I think I also made a baby. No, I didn't. I just made him chibi. But hello, honeybee. Welcome. You found you found my surprise Monday stream. I'm doing Monday because I really want to get this done. You can tell I'm getting distracted again, but I wanted to compare to make sure it felt like this one fit. Oh my god, it fit good with the other cursors. Wait, it's crazy. It's already 3. Glorp blush. Dude, I need to pull up my stream so I can look at that. Cause I love the glorps. I feel like you've been making the most use out of my 7 TVs. I mean, Helen, you do a good job using 7 TV emotes too. But like part of my struggle is, right, I pull up Streamlabs so that I can look at my stream and like see my camera in real time and not delayed. But Streamlabs, I don't know if I can get 7 TV through it. I just don't know. But to finish my thought, I'm gonna be streaming needle felting on Wednesday. So I wanted to finish all of my Patreon rewards today, all of the digital ones. And then yeah, then I could do felting. So I got 1 commission since we last spoke, and it's another epaulette shark. So I'm gonna make my 3rd epaulette shark, which I'm always happy to make an epaulette shark. But I'm kind of thinking maybe I will make some other sharks along with it, and it'll just be my choice since I didn't fill all 3 slots. There's still the potential. I feel like it's better for me because, right, I adjusted my pricing to more accurately reflect how much time it takes me to be making these little guys, which is definitely a costly thing. Like I 100% understand it's more of a luxurious purchase to get one. Yeah, like any kind of handmade art thing, um, but yeah, I think the pricing works out. It feels accurately priced now, but also I know that kind of made it so a lot more people can't buy them. And so I was kind of thinking of like other things I could do. I did buy these hair clips. Isn't it kind of funny? They came in a printed bag that's supposed to look like a jar. But these were like the highest rated ones I could find. I'm like, I want to find a nice healing hair clip. And I like, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't give you context, but the reason I bought hair clips is to make, I want to make little felted things to go on them and like bows with the felted things. And I get distracted about the fact that I shopped for a while to find a good one that's like coated a bunch of times, make good feeling quality. And I think it feels good. I like this alligator clip because it's easy to put in. Like you just squish. I'll have to test it actually with the bow on it, but I'll show the bow again because we got different peeps here who haven't seen the bow. But I made these felted Luna moth and I think rosy maple moth hybrid was the type of moth I was referencing. And I made these bows and they don't have the hair clip on yet. And so I finally got one. I'm gonna glue it on. And we'll see how well that holds up and everything. But I would like to do more things like this. Maybe make like little sea slug hair clips. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. But maybe just like simpler things in general. Like maybe I could go more chibi with the shark. So like there's a little more of a middle of the road price for someone who would want a felted shark and it doesn't like matter as much the level of detail that I put into it. I feel like it'd be fun. And since I have this whole giant pack of hair clips, I'll do some experimenting and see what kind of things I can make. Because I feel like a felted hair clip works really well. Because like you're not gonna break a felted thing. Like you could just I could chuck this dude around and he would be exactly the same. You know, he's just a little squishy dude. I might benefit from downloading Chatterino. Oh, a pop-out chat client that's separate from the stream. Oh, yeah, I probably should. I love a little squishy dude. Who doesn't love a little squishy dude? I appreciate that. I'm gonna make a note. Oh, wait, that's not a pen. Here's a pen. Chatterino. So Chatterino works with 7 TV? Seems like a good idea. Honestly, I feel like I should look at more like videos and recommendations on how to make a better stream. Yes. Wait, you both know? Wait, so I'm gonna go with 14 because I feel more confident in referring to you as 14. Um, do you stream too? I never asked if you want to say. I don't know because like you're familiar with that. Maybe you just know the streaming environment well. You can even have a setting where people mention your name, it will ping you. Oh. Oh, that's kind of funny. That must be why some people do that a lot. I thought, well, because it also highlights the message just like natively within Twitch. Dude, I keep forgetting. Let's check the vibe of this. I think there's a way for me to somehow pop out this window. Duplicate view. I don't know how to. Oh, oh. Oh, wait. Maybe I go. Oh, I get it. Wait, hang on. If I go to the Osquito, I can... No, that's not working. Oh, this is what I wanted. Okay, let's try pulling up all the cursors at once and have them bounce together. Wait, now we're missing one. How did we get a duplicate? Oh, there we go. Okay. Uh, let's see if I can pull one to like the side. And then we'll do these two at the side. Dang. This is kind of working good. I'll move this over so you can see him over here. We are missing the Lumora cursor, but that's okay. This will be enough. And then I should be able to play them all at once, I think. Wow, I'm feeling like I know how to do stuff. You usually chant their name in some other... Oh, in some other chat to summon them? Wait, so like if you just say their name without the @ symbol or anything, that'll appear? You can have a bunch of chats open at once. I have all your favorite streamers in yours. What? Dude, I'm gonna have to look at that with the Chatterino app. Wow. That's really interesting. Okay. If you set it up to get pinged for certain terms, it will ping you, yes. Oh, I see, I see. That's kind of funny. Sometimes I wonder that too. And so like when I mention someone's name, because it starts to highlight, like you can click on it when you type their name correctly. I'm like, is this actually pinging them right now? Like I don't want to bother people. But if they have it set up where they want to see their name and get pinged for it, then that seems valid. It's like saying your names 3 times with the lights off in the mirror. What? What? Well, that definitely sounds cool. I'm gonna have to look into it. So, it's definitely much different, this cursor with the little Osquito. I need to get this off of the Thresher Shark. That doesn't make any sense. I'll go back to this. Oh wait, hang on, my music switched. I don't want whatever this is. Let's do crab music. Buh. They're in their walls. I don't think I ever did Bloody Mary. I feel like mirrors are at night are a little too creepy. It's a little too creepy. I don't even like being in the bathroom with the lights off. So yeah, this is definitely different from the bounce of everybody else, but I think it's kind of fine. Because it works really well for this creature. Maybe I'll keep them like all bouncing to the side. Let's see if I can do that, and then we'll have the cursor I'm working on be like the main thing. Oh, wait, this is kind of cool. I can flip through them. Here, let's try doing this. They'll just bounce behind me, I guess. Is this too overwhelming? I don't know. We'll see if it's too overwhelming for me, honestly. No things, mirrors and open doors are sus at night. Yeah. I love that chicken. Chicken. Is he walking away or is he dancing? Doors in general creep you out at night. Unpack that however you like. Yeah. I know this about you, Derek. It's true. It's true. You got that active imagination. I think with mirrors, it's just like when it's dark, you can't see well. So if like you're moving, it's like you don't register that that's you very well, and I don't know. It just feels creepy seeing yourself when it's dark. Wait, here we go. Wait, I want this one to be playing now. Oh, you know what? Actually, I probably should just do. I probably should put these back where they were. Right, I'll put them back. But I should open a preview window. So tiny in there. Let's put it up by my head. There we go. I always forget to do this, but I feel like it's so nice to have this. Even just for like you guys watching, it's nice to be able to look at where my progress is, and also I can see like real time what I'm doing and how that affects the animation. I feel like this animation is just making me realize that the antenna don't feel like they're at the correct angle. I mean, I guess if the head is turned to the side in comparison to the body. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just how it is. The head is turned. It's just like hard to get a feel for that. Maybe I want to edit the um edit the antenna so there's like less of a gap between them. I don't know. There's a lot of folklore about mirrors. Ooh, I don't know too much about folklore. I feel like that'd be fun to read though. Cause like there's this book that I really want that's Japanese folk tales, and it's like for language learners, so it helps you learn Japanese. And that just sounds like a fun way to learn, is like good to hear these stories, and you know, it's nicer because you have the context of like how these words are being used, and it'll be easier to remember. Because I feel like what I remember best out of Japanese is like when I watch mostly things from Nana. Have you guys ever watched that anime? It's it's kind of funny because like so Duolingo, one of the first things it taught you was how to say lawyer, which is bengoshi, and there's a lawyer in Nana, and I'm like, oh, now I can remember because I hear it every time they say bengoshi, and um yeah, that's one of them. But then the really funny thing about Nana is Nana also means seven, and both of the main characters are named Nana in it. And so one of them gets nicknamed Hachi. Roko Nana? Wait, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know Roko. What do you mean? Have you seen it? But yeah, one of them gets nicknamed Hachi, or Hachiko, one of the two. But Hachi means 8, and I didn't realize that while watching the show. I think they explain it in the show. Maybe they don't. But it also like some of a dog, like there's a dog named Hachi or something. There's some overlap with the number 8 and being like a dog in personality, and I think that's a really fun nickname, like the way that works out. Roku Nana? I don't know what Roku Nana. I don't know what you mean. Maybe I'm a fake fan. Roku Nana. Oh, shoot. You mean sick? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was just forgetting. I was just forgetting Japanese. Wait, do you know Japanese or like some of it? Okay, if you don't know, Roku means 6. I just forgot. Roku. Do you know the way that I circled back to realize that's what you meant? I the way I remembered 6 is I'm like, okay, Roku, like the TV, right? Because we have Roku TVs. And, uh, yeah. So I would just think about TVs. And so I like backwards realized what you meant because I'm like, Roku, like the TV. I'm like, you're watching Nana on a Roku? That's funny. I got you. You only know that in Nani? I don't know what that means. Dial. Does it mean what? Means what? Something. Well, that's super cool. I think it's really fun to learn the kanji, and yeah, I think, you know, after I learn a decent amount of Japanese, I think it would be fun to learn some Chinese. Some Mandarin, right? I think it would be fun. Plus, so my brother, okay, this song feels kind of loud in comparison. Um, um, I'm just gonna turn down the video because it might be kind of loud for you guys too. I don't know. Kuma means bear. That is really exciting knowledge. Because Rilakuma. Well, you're right. You're right. That makes sense. That is cute. Kuma's bear. Oh, thank you. Remoisturize. Thank you. That is quite the name you got. Remoisturize. I mean, I like being moisturized. Water. Is that what you like to remember? Remind everybody to moisturize? I'll drink some water for you. Remoisturize. Dude, I keep forgetting. I need to check if my car cover came. My phone's charged. Whoopee. Okay, checking, tracking. It's not delivered. Well, darn. Darn tootin'. We'll just hope it starts storming later. BBD. Okay, honestly, I feel like I was dreading these wings forever and like doing this animation, but I feel like, you know, right? Like it's not the most impressive, amazing, wonderful animation, but it's like pretty much what I hoped for. I'm just trying to think what else it needs. Like maybe the antenna are a little static, and I feel like maybe the feet. I mentioned this probably like an hour ago. I think the feet, I did a little bit to try to make them look like they moved to the side, but I feel like it doesn't really come across like it's too subtle. Like maybe we could do this. I don't know. I think I don't like it on this frame, but maybe just in this one frame. Maybe. No, there was something that was working better about what I had before. Is it? But did you like it better? I don't know. I don't think I liked it better. But like the preview window is satisfying. Is that what you're thinking? Maybe if just this moves. Wait, yeah, I think that's better. The funny thing, it's like this was supposed to look like the legs went up, and it doesn't really come across. That's okay. I think it's fine. There's just something I need to like fix in here. Oh, I don't know. I was doing like mirror lines, but it ends up looking kind of funny. Like having that empty piece. Sorry, I keep doing a little bit of a jump scare with the other dude. So I'm like flinging into the other frame. Well, maybe we're just missing a bit of a head bounce. So like maybe the head needs to move a little bit independent of the antenna. Wait, do you guys have Menards where you live? If you don't know Menards, it's basically Home Depot, and I was just thinking about it because I've become a new Menards fan because I just realized that everything's cheaper there, right? It's cheaper than Amazon. Like my favorite bowls, which I grew up with the Corel brand plates and bowls, are like these uh glass bowls, but they're like really sturdy, honestly, and lightweight. You know, they work in the microwave. It's wonderful. But I wanted some here, and I was looking on Amazon, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll get some. And I had them kind of sitting in my save later. And then we're at Menards, and I'm like, ooh, wait, they've got some bowls over there. Let me just take a peek at it. I'm like, wait a minute, these are the Corel bowls. I'm like, no way, I gotta get some. So I got all my Corel bowls at Menards, and the nice thing is that you only have to buy one. You're not forced to buy a set like you are on Amazon. And I checked it, I'm like, it's cheaper per bowl. That's crazy. On top of it being cheaper per bowl, you get rebate, which is like you get money off. Like the next time you buy something at Menards, you can bring your receipt and get money off 11% of what you've spent. And I'm like, dang, so that's even cheaper. Menards. That's what a pirate says when you kick him in the crotch. Menards. Oh, Menards. That's just another reason to like Menards. Are they near you, Jundo? I won't reveal your locale, but I'm curious. I'm curious if you got them. Okay, you know what? Why the head doesn't feel like it's scrunching is because this little like part of the chest needs to scrunch up. Need more of the squishing. That's what we needed. We needed squishing. Although part of me kind of wants to like move this down one too. I don't know. Maybe that makes him look too much like he's got a jiggly schnoz. But I'm tempted to try something. Maybe if this frame does the same thing. Oops. Whoa. Ooh, yeah, you know what? Having it on those two frames made it seem less jiggly and more like the movement of the head. Although it doesn't feel that fluid. Maybe if when he comes back up, it like shifts in. This might be a little crazy. I don't know. Say your prayers hoping that your tablet is somewhat charged. Okay. I'm wishing you good vibes to your tablet charging. You know what's funny though too? We were talking about at the beginning of stream charging tablets. I showed Jundo the video. I feel like you would know this video, Helen. The one that's like my charger's not charging me iPad. Because it got used to your iPad. Thanks a lot, Rachel. Right? You know it? Hello, Lily. Welcome, welcome. We are working on. I just was double checking that you were new, because I'm like I don't know. Sometimes I don't want to over explain myself, but I feel like a lot of times it's better because when I'm new to streams, sometimes it's like, oh man, they're assuming I've been here, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, right? So I'll give you a brief rundown. I need to like fix this schnoz though. I don't like the schnoz movement I did there. I feel like the other schnoz movement is maybe fine, but it's like a little bit choppy. Because like somewhere in there, there's like two frames that are the same. You don't think you've seen it? Okay, I'll play it again in a second. Because I just played it where you have to watch it on here. Because I haven't figured out to. I don't have different scenes set up for my stream. I think that's probably the next thing I should do. So like I could easily change to just seeing my webcam or just seeing my browser, whatever. But anyway, brief rundown for you, Lily, is that I like to design a creature. Oh, 98%. Nice. I feel like I should hold off responding so I can finish my thought. But this is one of my creatures. This is for this month. I do a little mail club. So each month is a different creature. And then I do the little facts on the back. And so of the two main inspirations for the creature, so this one's fur seals and belugas, you get the beluga. This is definitely my favorite creature. Osquito, yes. That's this dude. And he's inspired by hummingbirds and mosquitoes as the main two. And what else did I take inspiration from? A moth. Like those antennas. Just making it like cuter, more friendly. I tried to make a nicely imagined mosquito where they're like they don't make you itch afterwards and like you can see the fish thing underneath in this little postcard print for that one. Uh he's chill with the Osquito on his head. They're kind of like buddies, symbiotic relationship. That's what they got going on. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. Just this last month, I started using, because I've got forever ago, I think probably for my birthday last year, is this stuff to make wax seals. This is not like the best one because you can see it. I didn't get all of it in there. Honestly, it's kind of hard to see it. But it's Lily of the Valley. And so I've been having the wax sealing stuff around because I love watching videos of people making wax seals like with the different color combinations and trying out different stamps and like combining them together. And so yeah, this last month for March, I made a letter because I realized wait, most mail clubs they have like a letter element to it and I like that the letter was like folded around the print. So I did that and I put a little wax seal on it and I've been having a lot of fun with that. I like trying to make it feel more like a little adventurous thing to receive in your mail. So I'm pretty excited about that. I need to do better about posting about it because part of my problem is like it definitely takes me a lot of work every month and uh and I don't post enough about it, so I feel like people don't know know that I'm doing it outside of like streaming, I suppose. But because I'm making the cursors for this project every month. But yeah, I mean, that's what I need to do better. I'm trying to think though. I feel like now that I've taken a break, I feel like the head movement's kind of fine. I still do feel like maybe oh yeah, maybe where it's weird though, right? Is that the head doesn't move at all between these frames since I scrunched it down. The body kind of scrunches up with it. I don't know if there's like something else I should change, like, because I don't know if I want to scrunch his head even more. I feel like that might get weird. No, that was really weird. That didn't work at all. I'm putting him back. Put him back how he was. I don't know. It's kind of fine. I think maybe. Let's see how much the head moves between these frames. Because I think this is more than 1 pixel that maybe I can unscrunch his head here. And let's see how that looks. I don't know, that kind of made like the movement in the head more obvious. Like the like between the beak slash nose bit. I don't know, I'm trying to look at it really small because then that's about cursor size. I gotta see how it feels. Maybe what we can do is leave the head how it was. But I kind of wonder if moving him, like all of them, is weird in this frame or not. I don't know, I feel like I kind of like it, but like the rest of his movement wasn't made to make it feel fluid like that. How long have I been streaming? It's been about 2 hours. Oh, I guess we're getting maybe close to another ad break where I stand up. But yeah, today I'm planning on a shorter stream. Oh yeah, we're not getting to ad break yet. We got a while. But you know, at some point. Oh, that makes sense. Because I was like, maybe that makes a lot more sense. Because you're more familiar with streaming than me. It feels like, and I'm like, you would definitely know that you can look at the time. But I started streaming about a year ago, maybe like a year and a month. I feel like it's kind of embarrassing because I still feel like I haven't learned that much about streaming, and I don't know. My stream still feels newbie, but that's how long I've been doing it. I started out with streaming took you on to, well, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I started out streaming. I was working on The Friendliest Skunk, which is a game. I'm still working on it. That's okay. I get what you mean. But yeah, started out I was working on it like as a game jam with a team of peeps, and we decided to finish it for a Steam release. If you're curious about The Friendliest Skunk, I do have it listed. It's like at the bottom of my, what are they even called? Twitch panels? Yeah. The bottom of the panels. You can kind of get a brief overview of all of us working on it and what the game is, but that was my first time making pixel art for a game and even pixel animating, really. So I've been learning how to animate pixels through making that game, and I was curious about, what it would be like to make game assets and I don't know. I'm struggling with having two thoughts at once because like I don't know if I liked them moving forward because it didn't match the scrunch. Wait, again. Maybe this one will work. I don't know. He juts out so much from that though. Like, dude, it looks solid. Oh well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. Honestly, I kind of surprised myself with animating. Uh, because I didn't look up any videos on how to do it. I just kind of keep winging it to make it look like what I'm imagining. But I feel like that makes a lot of sense because I mean, that's how I learned to draw, right? As a kid, I'm just drawing and I'm like, yeah, I like doing this, so I'm going to keep doing it. And um yeah. I'm going to keep doing it. And so you kind of just learn as you go, and that's always the most enjoyable way to learn things is like you try to make something you want to make, and then if you get stuck, you can then kind of seek out what you're missing mostly and everything. But yeah, I don't know if I was kind of like overcomplicating this. Like maybe this is a good idle with a cursor. I'm definitely still stumped because I don't like the head being exactly the same between these two frames. Maybe the body can unscrunch a little in this. I don't know. Typically, I feel like more scrunch is better. Wait, wait, I'm kind of interested in that. No, that looks weird. I don't know. I've just been squishing everything like vertically that I'm like stumped because I feel like that does make it a little unnatural. Like things wouldn't move perfectly up and down and squish perfectly up and down. Maybe then the head can come forward. We'll just figure it out. Since pixel animating though, I did try like more like regular 2D drawn animation where it's less pushing pixels around. Like it's easier to animate pixels when there's less pixels. And I never liked, oh man, this doesn't look right either. I never liked animating because I think honestly it mostly stemmed from like I don't want to draw the same thing. repeatedly because I don't think I was like I already struggled through trying to draw the thing once. I don't want to do it all over again just after getting it done. But now that I can draw at least certain things more easily, like I've figured out pretty good how to draw epaulet sharks and how I like to stylize them. I did an animation of them and that was easier because like it wasn't as hard to draw, I guess. And but yeah, it definitely is tedious. It takes a long time to animate when you're like redrawing each frame and then you gotta color each frame. So I do really like animating with pixels because I can kind of just push stuff around. Are you hearing Bims or are you just showing off your emote that you can use, Jundo? I should give you more emotes. I don't think I used up all the slots. You can hear him. I can get Bimmies out. I feel like I should wrap this up soon. I don't know. I think I'll end streaming soon, but maybe like I was planning just to go to 4, but I'm like, dude, my car cover's not here. Why not here? Trying to wrap it up before the storm comes. Still says out for delivery. Oh well, we'll see. I imagine everything will be okay. You remember doing rotoscoping? It took you almost 2 months or 3 months for an almost 2-minute animation. Dang! Wait, do you have the file that you could show? Did you watch Tip to Tip, which is Michael Reeves and Ludwig going from one end of China to the other? Or, well, this was only relevant for the China version, but the China version is their second time doing it. No, maybe you never heard of it. I don't know. But they talked about rotoscoping a lot in that for their editor. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'll fill you in. This is the only important part. It's just that they would joke for their editor to rotoscope a bunch of things, but I don't think they knew what rotoscoping was. I didn't know what rotoscoping was either. But when Lily Pichu edited a portion of one of the vlogs, she actually did rotoscoping. Like the actual way. Saying tip to tip when people don't know what it is. Okay. You're right. You're right, Helen, but I also like feel like I didn't know the context of it other than the the series. Well, yeah. Well, anyway. It's okay. It's okay. Like I know that's their joke with it, but the other context, right? I wouldn't have thought I don't think I would have thought of it if you said that to me. Right? Like I don't think I've heard of it. Okay, maybe I sound silly. I don't mean anything weird. It's wholesome, I promise. Wait, did I fix this? Wait, I did. I forgot what I even did. I think I'm pretty happy with this. I don't know if I made the feet move too much. Actually, I think what my problem is with the feet is that um like most of the frames they stay the same and then I have those where they scrungle, so then they just kind of look static when they're like that, but maybe I could make them wiggle. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if the wiggling looks weird. Wait, it is kind of cute. It looks like Appa when he flies. Wait, yeah, maybe I should try to make it look like Appa pedaling feet. This is just gonna take my concentration here. I'm envisioning. Okay. Okay, wait. That's what I was going for, but I honestly think it looks silly. Because why would he do that? Maybe if I do it with just like less movement, I feel like it makes his feet look so big. But they're just meant to be little feet. Just some little feet. Also, warning, the ad is starting in 5 seconds. So if there's a delay, that might have been like perfectly aligned for you. I don't know. Oh wait, that means I should stand up though. I'll stand up and we'll think about things. Whoa, thank you for the follow, Meow Gifty. Welcome in. I'm standing up. Oh my gosh, I almost spilled my water. I spilled some water yesterday and it was near my computer and that was a little worrying. I feel like, so like I had my computer up on a ledge thingy before and I liked it up there, but now it's on the same level as my keyboard and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I fancy this. Wait, maybe I should give a tomato update while I'm standing for our ad break. The window open too. Dude, there's been so many birds outside. I've been loving it. Tomato update. Do they look different than you remember? It probably was only. How many days is between Monday and Wednesday? Thursday? Friday? Saturday? Sunday? 4 days? I, not on this tray, but the other tray, I moved them around. This was between last you saw them. But I cut out the ones from the other tray that were doing better. So like you can see this. Okay, they're growing mold too. I don't know what to do about that. Apparently it's harmless. But I cut out the ones that were doing better. So at least one tray had all ones that were growing, even though these guys are struggling. Because I didn't water them enough. But I think they'll pull through. I'm gonna give them their best chance. Or the best chance I can give them. This dude's probably doing the best because he. Oh, this is the type of tomato, by the way. I made little stickers for them. It would be fun if I like designed and printed ones. Like if I made tomatoes or planted tomatoes every year, I probably would do a more permanent designed sticker that I think would be really cute. But I think this dude's probably doing the best because I killed his siblings so he could thrive. It felt horrible though. That's why I didn't do it to any of the other ones. I'm like, I don't like raising these little dudes from a seedling and then murdering them. It doesn't feel right. So I'm gonna try when these get big and strong enough to separate them, although that's probably gonna be so stinking hard because they're literally growing out of the same spot. It's gonna be hard. But uh but I do have a decent amount of both the two types of tomatoes. Chadwick. We got the Chadwicks and the Sweeties. That I'll be able to taste test hopefully if I keep succeeding for them. I'll be able to taste test both types of tomatoes. Maybe we can do a tomato review. I'm Big fan of tomatoes. I don't know about you guys. My chair when I sat down. I'm sure you could see everything shake. I tried to sit down, but I scared Katie because my chair went flying. Oh no. Sorry, B-Bims. Sorry. He's scared now. That was frightening. Oops. Well, that's probably over now. He needs some veggies now. I mean, I could get his cube. I'll get his cube. I'll be right back with his vegetable cube. I'll see if I can make it thaw quick. And, I don't know. Maybe I'll try to fix these feet and then we'll wrap it up from there. I will be right back. I got his vegetable cube. Yum. It's thawing. If you don't know, I chop a bunch of vegetables for him in the food processor, and then I freeze them into little cubes, and then I thaw them. Delicious Minecraft food, right? I'm gonna try to break it up so it thaws faster. I'm gonna have to give it a minute. Then we'll break it up. Wait, maybe I'll put it back here. You can watch it thaw. Delicious. Yeah, that was funny. I think he's okay, but I did really scare him because I hit the edge of my chair, but then it flung across the room and that was startling. It's very startling. Are you good now, be squidgies? Sorry for that, Bims. Did not mean to miss my whole chair. I think the legs moving is really fun and cute. It's just they need to be like thinner, I think. Let's try skinnying up the legs. Oh, I mean to select all that. I think it just looks so derpy when he's doing that. I think though it's just like I feel like I'm moving the legs too much. I'm gonna try to do a much less exaggerated version. I don't know. I think I made him go like out too much in this frame. Might be kind of fine. Like, not as clear what's going on. Maybe the problem. Who ghosted Spirit of Coin? What a wonderful doubloon. Ooh, let's see what bug you got. A butterfly? Dang. I feel like we didn't get a lot of butterflies, I feel like, initially. But last stream we definitely got a butterfly. Double butterfly! Dang. Well, thank you. I'm glad you think so. Honestly, I thought this was gonna be a lot harder than it was. Thank you, Flaming Snowflake Pro. I'm glad you like it. I really want to make I don't know. I see what's tough is I made this right for drawing. But I'm gonna do a felting stream on Wednesday, and it makes me want to do a I'm sorry. I was just thinking about how I fell earlier again. I'm still processing. What do I want? I wanted to make a version of it where I'm felting instead of drawing, right? And then I want to make a gaming version, and I really want to play Viva Pinata. Dude, can you tell the sun is like blaring in now? Yeah, felting animation. That's what I want. That's all my hopes and dreams. All my hopes and dreams. But yeah, welcome in. I have been like kind of surprised today. I feel like Twitch has been recommending me to more people or something. I'm surprised. I feel like usually I got the same posse here, so it's been a lot of fun to meet some new peeps. If you got like a favorite animal or you like drawing too or you stream, feel free to let me know. I'm always looking for more people to follow too if you have any like other art streams that you like to watch. Because like maybe I don't know. I guess I have no clue how the recommended thing works. Because like maybe it's because I've been uh more active in watching other people's streams that maybe it's some how connects me to them. I don't know. Painted King? Okay, okay. I'm looking up. I think it would be fun to find some more craft streams too. Bam, bam. Okay, okay, excellent. I'm following along. Oh, thank you for the follow, right? Rice Riz? Rice Riz? Okay. I feel like I'm getting so close. Balloon art? Oh, like balloon animals? That's really fun. You know what? I would want a balloon epaulette shark. I feel like it'd be so doable. You probably could just make almost a balloon dog. But Like, don't give it ears and give it spots. If you don't know what an epaulet shark is, that's what I held up. This is an epaulet shark. They got those cute little shoulder spots. That's where their name comes from. And they can walk on land, and I love them. That's a little dude. A couple craft streams would do you wonders. Who doesn't love a good craft? I want to start a grandma crafting club, but it's just like the vibes of grandmas, you know? Because like I was at Barnes and Noble years ago with Derek, my boyfriend Derek, for the peeps who don't know, and we, I think we did the Barnes and Noble. Dude, I can't remember what context I just gave you or not. We went to a Barnes and Noble years ago, and in the center is the Starbucks, and there's a bunch of seating, and there was this craft group. They gave the vibe of grandmas, at least more elderly ladies, and they were doing a knitting club at the Barnes and Noble. Get one grandma for good luck. I should. I definitely should. We'll see. But I want to get everybody together for crafting at that Barnes and Noble. I think would be fun because I wanted to join in with them. That looked fun. Should have asked. Well, honestly, I didn't live here at the time, so it wouldn't have made sense. But who knows? Maybe they had a thing I could have joined in on. I think I'm gonna move the legs back this way because it does feel a little too exaggerated, like they're taking too much attention away from everything else. Like I do think it was kind of a fun movement, but I don't know. I do think it was distracting. But yeah, I would want a craft group and have people needle felt with me because I got a bunch of needle felting stuff. But we could do a virtual craft group, right? I'll start needle felting, and then if you guys have any crafts that you've been wanting to do, maybe you can pull up with your craft, and then at the end we can share all of what we worked on. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. Also, let me know if you guys have any good ideas for me uh as far as making channel point redemptions. I'm still lacking in some good things, but I do like the things that pop up on stream. I feel like are a lot of fun. The sun's been peeking out. I feel like you could probably even tell. But if I rotate my monitor that way, you can see or at least I see the sun glaring. It doesn't work too well for me, but I feel like it would be a better setup if I could have it like this and be drawing, but it's not quite right. You get the vegetable cube POV in the corner with this angle. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna figure out some finishing touches here. We'll see if this cube thaws. Veggie cube. It's thawing pretty good. I can break it apart now. He will eat it when it's still cold and a little bit frozen, but sometimes he's suspicious of it. I think the best is when it's thawed for a while and a little bit of the moisture has evaporated is when he likes it best. But he's kind of funny. He likes when I push the vegetables to the edge of the plate and he likes to just pick them off. But this should be ready soon. I'll get him in just a little bit because I'm definitely getting ready to wrap up the stream. It's a shorter stream, but honestly, kind of crazy. We're coming up on 3 hours. But I think I'm going to try to finish all of the other cursor versions off screen. Scream? Okay. like we're doing like the pointer and the question, whatever, those shapes. Because I feel like the animating is kind of more fun to do on stream. I still feel like the legs are moving so much though. Maybe we could do. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. I don't know. They're kind of stumping me. I think there's like 2 frames where they're down. Oh yeah, I guess it's just those two. I don't know. We could try it. Like that kind of completes the circular motion better. I just don't know if I love it. I think I really went too extreme with this. Maybe it's also would just help if I made this front leg kind of do more with the like match the movement of the other leg. I don't know. I just kind of feel like overall I want the legs to be doing not as much as they're doing right now. Oh, that's so sad, honeybee. Does it not save your progress when it crashes? Or, I mean, regardless, crashing is annoying, but I'm hoping it saves your progress at least. Because I do like that, you know what, you reminded me, I probably should save. But I do like that Procreate automatically saves everything. So I can be drawing when my iPad is on 1% and it dies, and maybe I lose like one brush stroke, but it does really good at keeping things safe. I'm like getting messages. I'm wondering if the. No, these are YouTube. YouTube and Duolingo. I'm hoping for my car cover. Dang it. Honestly, though, the weather's been kind of nice. It's not been storming yet. But maybe we'll get there. Oh, it froze the whole tablet? That sucks. Doesn't feel like a pixel art app should be that intense either for your tablet to deal with. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is bring the feet back to what they were doing earlier, like this. Because I think they're getting too scrunched. And that's not even what the feet look like, you know? They're kind of long feet. It is kind of better. I don't know if I love it though, because it did get rid of some of the like fluidity. Almost a decade old. I guess that is fair. After 10 years, something will get old. Especially when there's newer apps. Like my phone is definitely getting old where like when I was moving here, I got Airbnbs to stay at. I think I probably mentioned before, but because we were moving with Patty and none of the hotels wanted to be Bimmy, so I asked some Airbnbs and they were like, yeah, that's fine. Just put a towel down for his seeds. I'm like, okay, I'll make sure he doesn't leave any seeds. That's no problem. I can do that. Um, but yeah, I couldn't have the Airbnb app on my phone because it's too old. So I had to have Derek do that. Okay, I think this one. Let's see what the feet look like this. No, not good. Let's just crunch them. I don't know, because like when I look at the actual anatomy idea for the creature, it doesn't make sense to scrunch them like that. Like they would have to move up as a whole segment. That's not bad. I still don't know if I'm like moving them too much though. I'm kind of wondering if I should move the whole thing up so it looks more like he's taking a sip from the flower and then popping out of it. Let's try that. I think how I do it is I select and then I select the frames. There we go. I wonder if it would work okay if I have him maybe poking forward in this frame. Maybe I'll keep his body where it is, but there's that. Mm, I don't know, the transition between these frames is maybe a little weird. No, I really thought that was gonna work better than it did. Let's see what it looks like if I move the whole thing. I don't know. I think what I'm trying to do here, it probably should just be a longer animation, and I don't want to make it longer. I kind of want it to just make sure it. Oh my gosh! I want to make sure it loops well, and I feel like this is pretty good. It's just kind of simple. I think maybe what I want to add is just scrunching the tail, like maybe here, because this is like his really scrunched frame. I kind of think maybe I need two different smear frames though, because like this one's the wings going up. No, they're both the same transition. I was just thinking maybe you need a downward smear frame though. Everything's just getting really really smudgy that way, but I don't know. I'm trying to see if it's better. I still think it gets so messy when it goes around his antennas, like the back wing. I don't know. I don't think the smear was bad though. It just starts to look weird in here. I am also thinking I don't actually like the legs going out. You know, where the kind of thing where I said it looked like Appa, I don't think it really works. Does this make me wonder if like there's a pixel sprite for Cutie Fly, right? That has the the like classic Pokemon pixel sprite and the animation of him flying. I feel like they probably didn't move his legs. I don't know. There's this pixel challenge that a couple other streamers are doing where it's a limited color palette. Wait, Honeybee, you might actually really like this. And you could, because maybe you could do it with the bug Pokemon. But I think what it is basically I don't have the link to explain what it is to you. But if you're interested, I'll put it in my Discord later. I can find it, or at least ask about it. But I believe it was a challenge started by Seosaur, and it's like I can't remember how many squares it is, but you do a bunch of pixel art of Pokemon using this one color palette. And I thought that would be a really good challenge to do because you can tell this on the left here. Okay, you can't see in my stream, but you can see in the screen. This whole thing is all of the colors that were generated, I think, from all the colors I used on this. Although it's making me realize some of these colors are definitely not in there. But they were like colors I tried out at least one time in this. Because like they all generated when I reopened this from having like no color palette. And like I think these were like the previous flower colors and stuff. Because I'm like, wait, these aren't making sense. But I definitely use like too many colors. And I think it would be really nice to do a challenge of pixel art with the limited color palette. But I'll have to show you because maybe you would like doing the like some pixel art of all the Pokemon. Like you could do it with just maybe the bug Pokemon and use the same color palette because it's a really nice color palette. I like the like saturated colors in it. We do like old Pokemon style. But here's kind of where I feel like the legs could go out, but they need to be like out in a segment. Like they need to bend from this segment. Like I kind of just forgot about the anatomy that I made up for this dude, like a closer to a buggy kind of leg. I don't know. These are getting like weird shape though. I don't know why these legs gotta give me so much of a problem. None of what I did worked. I'm putting it back. I probably am just overcomplicating it because I just shouldn't move the feet that much. Like, I don't even think the initial scrunch made that much sense. Okay, now I think I'm gonna leave the feet as they are, but I'm thinking about the, way the antenna are. I don't know, it gets weird with like how the wing overlaps still. But I kind of feel like it's because I kept the outline back here. Like maybe it would make sense if I made it lighter, like the atmosphere was interacting with it, and then you can tell that this is the edge of the antenna because it's closer and darker. But I think I kind of moved the antenna in here too. Well, it got thicker. Maybe this back wing just doesn't need an outline like this at all. And it might look better. We could just outline the back. I think I don't like the smear on this one. It just isn't feeling right. Okay. No, the back. How are those veggies? I mean, okay, I think we should move on to the veggies. I feel like there's a little bit that I do want to just fix with this back wing, but I will just fix that off stream and finish this. And we could give Bimmy some veggies to close us out here. If he wants to come out. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm gonna move this way while I get him. Jeebie jeebie jeebs. What do you think, sweet Jimmy? We must get your vegetable cube. Are you ready, B-Bims? Are you ready for your apology vegetables? Go get him. Gotta climb up my arm. Good job, B-Bims. Here, wait, I'll make him bigger. We're gonna get him, Bim? Do you want the vegetables, B-Bims? What do you think? He's just making kissing sounds. Go get him, Bims. My arm's getting tired. Leave. Here, Bims. I gotta put down my arm. Oh, it's like a finger close up. Hang on. I'll figure this out. You wanna go on the desk with me? There we go. Alright, Bims. Go ahead. Follow your dreams. Go to the vegetables. Bims. He usually prefers me to put the vegetables right in his face than him seek out the vegetables. Did you go on the desk, Bims? He's such a it's such a close up. I feel like I've never had him this big on my screen. Go, Bims, go! That's the desk mat. Onward, Bims, please. To the desk. Jump! He's screaming at me. Hey, there you go. He just turned right back around. Here, eat some vegetables, Bim. Turn around. Turn around. You seriously don't want them right now? Be for real, Bims. These are delicious. Not cooperating for the mukbang. Bims, do you want to come here? Here you go, Bims. He prefers me to just hold the vegetables right in front of his face. Do you want more, Bims? More vegetables for Bims? That's so yummy. Oh my goodness. He likes to wipe his beak on my keyboard when he's done, so I have to hide it away so I don't get vegetables between my keys. What do you think, Bibs? Is it so tasty? Oh, he's flinging them. Maybe I should make a tote bag of Bimini to match the push pop crunch cam. We got Bimi's veggie cam. Bimmy veggie cam. Are you done? For real? He's done. He really doesn't eat vegetables for very long, but sometimes he does mow through quite a bit of the plate. But he likes if I keep poking at it and push the vegetables all to the edge. Dude, he's chewing my shirt. I have the last year's Alveus merch on of Patchy. You can't chew that up. We couldn't buy another one if we wanted to, Bims. No. Are you really done? There, you get a sneak peek of my Patchy merch. Bims. Oh, back to the vegetables. Wants to eat them? I think he's done. I don't know. I'll keep trying it. It's just hard to angle him at the camera because I have to, he's eating them right now, but I have to hold the plate where he is instead of, moving. Well, anyways, since we're talking about Alveus, I'll rate us into Alveus, right? It's been a while. Let's go to Alveus. I've got to type while he's on my arm. Raid Alveus. Beep. Oh, yeah, you're bringing in the Alveus. Alveus emotes. Right, Bims. Get ready to send everybody to Alveus. Say enjoy. Enjoy all of the animals. Get him with his veggie beat. Say bye, Bim. Alright, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I hope you enjoy. If you don't know Alveus, anybody, they have a bunch of animal live cams. They're super fun to watch. A great second monitor stream. They do care chats and bug hunts, and I'm a big fan. Alright, bye. Enjoy.